Well, welcome, everyone. Thank you for that applause. My name is Candace Joseph, and I am the president of the Wilfrid Laurier University Alumni Association and a proud alumna of the class of 2016. Before we present awards to some very special people this evening, I would like to acknowledge that Wilfrid Laurier University's Waterloo, Kitchener, and Brantford campuses are located on the shared traditional territory of the neutral Anishinaabe and Haudenosaunee peoples. This land is part of the Dish with One Spoon Treaty between the Haudenosaunee and Anishinaabe peoples, an agreement to share, protect our resources, and not engage in conflict. Milton's Laurier campus is located on the traditional territory of the Mississaugas of the Credit and part of the Nanfan Treaty of 1701 between the British Crown and Haudenosaunee Confederacy. We acknowledge the land and the people who have cared for it for time immemorial. As we move forward, we commit ourselves to honoring the land through respectful and meaningful action. As an alumni association, we commit ourselves to serving alumni community and working to support the future of Laurier students. It is my honor to be with you this evening to present our Alumni Awards of Excellence and Laurier Philanthropy Award, celebrating some of our most outstanding alumni, donors, and friends. I hope each of this evening's recipients know how proud we are of your many accomplishments and contributions. Congratulations. So amongst the audience members this evening, we have a couple former Alumni of Excellence winners. Tom Bertsey, 2013 Alumnus of the Year. And we also have Randy McGlynn, 1987 Alumnus of the Year and previous Philanthropy Award winner. We also have several former Wilfrid Laurier Alumni Association presidents, Kyle Walker, Ryan Smith, Mark Richardson, and Tom Bertsey. Thank you for all attending tonight, and congratulations to our Alumni Award winners. This evening, we'll be celebrating this year's Laurier Philanthropy Award recipients, and I ask Adam Lawrence, Laurier's Dean of Students and Acting VP, Student Affairs, and Kristen Bridge, Director, Strategic Operations and Special Projects, Student Affairs, to bring greetings and begin our award presentation.
Thank you, Candace. Hello, everyone. It's great to be here tonight and to be together this evening celebrating Laurier's remarkable alumni and friends. On behalf of myself, Adam Lawrence, and Kristen Bridge here, it's our privilege to be here and to begin this evening's formal award presentation for the Laurier Philanthropy Awards. I have trouble saying philanthropy sometimes, so bear with me. These prestigious awards are given annually to donors who exemplify a profound spirit of philanthropy and demonstrate a lasting dedication to the mission, vision, and values of Laurier. In my roles here at Laurier, I've had the privilege and responsibility of working directly with our students, and I see firsthand the impact that donations have on their success, both inside and outside the classroom. I see it in our donor-supported funds, like the Leanne Holland Brown Student Emergency Fund, where students come to the Dean of Students' office in dire straits, needing a little bit of help to get through challenging times. This fund I hold particularly close because it was created by our community in loving memory of Leanne, who was our dear friend and a former Dean of Students here at Laurier, who demonstrated a level of care for students that all of us strive to achieve. I also see it in the improvements to our facilities and the spaces needed for students to learn and thrive. Improvements to classrooms, labs, gathering spaces, they're all vital to that student experience that we hold so dear. What we see in this building, for example, is a real testament to the donors and what you make possible. And finally, I see it in our improvements for services for students. Our Wellness Center, our Student Success and Learning Services, our Career Center, they're just a few of those important places. Then are examples of how Laurier works to ensure that students feel supported in every way possible. And your donations, your support as donors, are vital now more than ever. For these reasons, I'm very honored to be here with Kristen to recognize 3 recipients of the Laurier Philanthropy Award who have made significant contributions to Laurier through their time, resources, and their talents. So to begin, it's my pleasure to present the 2025 Philanthropy Award to Matthew Certosimo. Yeah, we'll brag about Matthew while he stands here. So as a proud Laurier alum who graduated in 1988 with a Bachelor of Arts, Matt has been a steadfast Laurier supporter since 1997. His loyal support, spanning nearly 3 decades, has been focused on students in financial need. He's also been a lead supporter of the Wilusu Past President's Bursary, frequently acting as the fund's champion by reaching out to encourage other past student union presidents to give back to their alma mater, and giving a large multi-year gift in honor of Fred Nichols at the time of his retirement. Matt's generosity has also supported the Leanne Holland Brown Emergency Fund, of which I'm personally grateful. Attributing his success to Laurier, Matt likes to celebrate his milestone birthdays in ways that also recognize his connection to Laurier. For example, past celebrations including Matt climbing Mount Kilimanjaro and proudly planting a Laurier flag at the summit. Yes. More recently, Matt created a bursary named after a dear friend and mentor, a fellow Golden Hawk, Roger Nault. And over the years, Matt has given much of his time to Laurier, including roles on the WLU Alumni Association Board of Directors and Board of Governors, and the Laurier Board of Governors as past Wilusu President and Executive, and as a Cord staff. In his professional life, Matt has been a partner with the Labor and Employment Law Group at Borden, Ladner, Gervais, LLP for 33 years. And beyond his contributions to Laurier, Matt, along with his bandmates, started the Ninth Line Foundation, which provides financial support to music education. He supports the class of 1993 bursary at Dalhousie Law School, and he's a member of the board of directors of Caledon Community Services, which operates programs in support of those in need, including the local food bank. Through his volunteerism, philanthropy, and advocacy, Matt has inspired many others to support Laurier. As one nominator said, Matt regularly credits his time at Laurier and his friendship and mentorship from Fred Nichols for his success today, and actively contributes to the Laurier community as a way of saying thanks for all that Laurier has provided him. As we thank you, in return, Matt, for the many ways you have enriched the Laurier experience for generations of students, I will now invite Matt to the podium. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Wow, thank you for those kind words, Adam. To be here alongside the Students' Union and the Graduate Students Association is, on a personal, sentimental level, particularly special. As mentioned, I was president of the Student Union 40 years ago. I know what you're thinking, he can't be that old. At the time, Wilusu was celebrating its 10th anniversary in 1985. And during the second half of my term, we established the Graduate Students Association. In fact, I have very fond memories of one of my last days as Student Union President in 1986, signing the paperwork. I want to personally congratulate both organizations for tonight's award. I'm very, very proud to have been associated with both Wilusu and GSA. Philanthropy feels like a big word to me. It doesn't really fit comfortably, to be honest. It brings to mind big, high-profile donations by those of great means. And my brother-in-law asked me tonight if I was now Canada's Bill Gates. And the answer is most definitely no. So there must be more to the word than what comes to mind. So it's 2025, and appropriately I asked ChatGPT to help me understand. Now, as you may know, the origins of the word philanthropy may literally be translated as love of humanity. Today, of course, philanthropy refers to a range of altruistic endeavors motivated by a concern for community, but at its heart is the heart. So doesn't that mean that all of us can be philanthropists? But why are some philanthropists and others are not? What inspires some people to be philanthropic? And why does he ask so many questions? Well, speaking personally with respect to Laurier, there are three inspirations that come to mind. My high school English teacher, Alice Lynch, spent countless hours with us beyond the classroom getting us ready for university. She believed passionately in post-secondary education. Alice studied English at Laurier. She encouraged me to follow in her footsteps. Then she sent me off to first year with a stack of her heavily marked up texts. I had her margin notes in Shakespeare and the poetry of the Romantics to tutor me through first year. Alice was committed to helping her students. She inspired a love of education. Alice was a philanthropist. One of the first people I met at Laurier on Labor Day, 1983, was Roger No, or Raj Guy, as he quickly became known, because he called everybody Guy. Hey, Guy, how's it going? Good morning, Guy. I think he couldn't remember people's names. After undergrad, Roger became a world traveler, which led him to a second career in teaching. He would sign off his emails from various parts of the world with, "Peace and love, Raj Guy." He loved the Tragically Hip. If you know their music, you'll be familiar with the song Courage, which is subtitled For Hugh MacLennan. Hugh MacLennan is the great Canadian author of The Watch That Ends the Night, from which Gord Downie borrowed lyrics for the bridge of the song. There is no simple explanation for anything important any of us do. Capturing the human irony or tragedy that MacLennan was writing about, Downie sings, "Courage, it couldn't come at a worse time." It was in Roger's memory that our family established the Roger No Courage to Study Abroad Award. The courage that Roger showed fighting the disease that would eventually take him from us far too soon was truly inspiring. Roger would be proud to support students with the courage to study abroad. Prouder still if the bursary established in his memory inspired philanthropy. Not long after meeting Raj Guy, I was blessed with another consequential meeting here at Laurier, Fred Nichols, Dino. Fred liked to repeat that wise advice that goes, people may not remember what you say, but they will remember how you made them feel. It's the emotional connection we make with each other as human beings that will last. As many of you know, Fred's commitment, devotion, and love for Laurier, and for the students especially, was so big that you couldn't help but be drawn in. Appropriately, a building at the heart of the Waterloo campus bears the name of this bear of a man. Also, not surprisingly, Dino once received this philanthropy award. which personally makes it an even greater honor to follow in his footsteps. Dino, Raj Guy, and Alice were philanthropists. All three embody the connection that I have to Laurier. All three inspired philanthropy. But philanthropy is a family affair for us, for me, particularly in partnership with my wife, Dawn. We ain't the Rockefellers, but we want to do our share. It's important to us, too, that our daughters are inspired to be philanthropic. Frankie's here, and our other daughter, Maggie, is living the best life in Italy today, and we're hoping she'll come back. But we're hoping that they will be inspired to be philanthropic. Imagine the parental pride I'm sure some of you have experienced when we see our kids chipping in. My sister and her family, who are here, are also philanthropists. I'm proud to say that my nephew and two nieces are also Golden Hawks. And my secret agenda in inviting them tonight is in hopes of them fully embracing Laurier while they're undergrads, and also when you're alumni. I would be remiss if I didn't also thank Brittany Russell, who has been an incredible connection for me to this campus and to the university over the last number of years, and I can't tell you how lucky the university is to have her. Thank you, Brittany. Now, you could be forgiven if you were inclined to summarize the theme of my little remarks as a paraphrase of the old Dr. Pepper commercial. I'm a philanthropist, she's a philanthropist. Wouldn't you all like to be philanthropists too? But seriously, you all know better than most that every little bit makes a difference. So on behalf of those who give whatever they can, when and however they can, in hopes of making a bit of a difference wherever they can, I thank you again for this recognition, and as Raj Guy would say, peace and love. Thank you very much.
Matt, thank you again. We are incredibly grateful for all that you are doing and have done for Laurier. We are so proud to be recognizing you in this way and are very grateful for your support. Now, it's my pleasure to present the second of our Laurier Philanthropy Awards to the Wilfrid Laurier University Graduate Students Association, or the GSA. The GSA has been operating since 1987, and in that time has supported Laurier graduate diploma, master's, and PhD students, not only through their advocacy efforts and the services they offer, but with more than $3.3 million in gifts, many of which are endowed, providing sustained support. The GSA's advocacy has enriched and strengthened the graduate student experience within learning, teaching, research and experiential learning, health and wellness, EDI, and within the university's overall administrative and strategic planning, as well as within wider organizations. They have established 19 different awards, supported critical campus improvement and capital projects, and have championed enhancement fund initiatives. Quoting from their nomination, everything the GSA has supported has contributed to a more supportive, inclusive, and success-driven environment for graduate students, all the way from admission to graduation. We would not be the institution we are without the passionate, generous, and dedicated leadership of the GSA, and I am pleased to welcome Taylor Coleman, GSA President and CEO, and Ellen Minaj, GSA Executive Director and COO, to the podium to accept this award on behalf of the GSA.
Okay, it's me tonight. On behalf of the Graduate Students Association, it's an honor to accept this award here in Laurier's beautifully reimagined space for music, a wonderful example of how philanthropy supports the student experience. I have had the privilege of supporting nearly 20 student leadership teams, with a small group of professional staff who, alongside our Laurier colleagues, are proud members of a strong ensemble, all committed to a student-led Laurier. We are grateful to the Alumni Association for recognizing nearly 4 decades of GSA support for graduate students and the broader Laurier community through our advocacy, our leadership, and our vision for a stronger student experience. Tonight, we join a prestigious list of past award winners, including last year's honorees for whom this building now proudly bears its name. Graduate students aren't always the headliner, but their harmonies and their steady rhythm are equally important in the composition of what to build and where to invest. And here at Laurier, it's very clear that their voices are shaping the playlist for the university's future. Thank you.
Thank you, Ellen Taylor, and all members of the GSA, many who are here tonight, past and present, for your vision, generosity, and your leadership. We're very proud to recognize you today and are grateful for your partnerships and your friendships. So last, but certainly not least, it's my privilege to present the Laurier Student Union with the Laurier Philanthropy Award. This year, the Student Union is celebrating its 50th anniversary. That's 5 decades of supporting our undergraduate students, providing a wide range of services, opportunities, and advocacy. The Students' Union has generously provided over $34 million in support of our students, including more than $1 million towards countless financial awards. They've given more than $4 million to buildings and facilities, and $20 million towards student levy initiatives, which have supported critical projects like renovating the turret on our Waterloo campus and a new student lounge in One Market on our Brantford campus. In almost all the cases, these funds make it possible to create space for important student engagement and to continue to foster a sense of belonging on our campuses that is critical for student success, while also ensuring the legacy of community that Laurier is known for, that it continues. The Students' Union touches so many aspects of Laurier undergraduate students' life, and through them, the broader community. From the exceptional volunteer and paid work opportunities to supporting clubs that make a difference in student lives as well as in the wider community and beyond Laurier. As one nominator said, the incredible amount of donations from the Student Union to Laurier has had a tremendous impact on our campuses as well as the neighboring communities. The work done by the Students' Union volunteers has equally benefited the community both inside Laurier and outside. As with the GSA, the Students' Union is a foundational part of Laurier campus life. With an impact so deep and broad, it's hard to really fully capture it in just a few minutes. We are deeply grateful for your enthusiasm, hard work, and generosity. And I'd like to welcome Ryan Joby, President and CEO of the Students' Union, to the podium to accept this award on behalf of the Students' Union.
Ooh, the lights are bright. Hello, everyone. Also, apologies for being a little late today. I learned the hard way that a 2-day-old fried chicken sandwich is not for the weak. So, happy to see everyone today. Don't infer too much into it. Don't read between the lines. That's all I'm going to say for you guys. Woo, okay. Thank you, Adam and Kristen, for presenting the award. And congratulations again to Matthew and the GSA for winning this award with us. You guys really set the standard for speeches, and that's going to be hard to follow. So everyone's expectations, let's bring it down a little bit while I'm up here. Woo, okay. Wow, this is so fun. Also, while I'm up here, just wanted to extend a quick thank you to the Philanthropy Award Selection Committee for selecting us to be one of the recipients of the 2025 Laurier Philanthropy Award. I stand here humbled, honored, and privileged to be accepting this award on behalf of the Wilfrid Laurier University Students Union, an organization that is, as you heard, celebrating its 50th anniversary this year. It gives me a great sense of pride to represent those in our organization that came before us, the ones with us today, and the ones that will continue to propel the organization in the future, grounded in intentionality, advocacy, leadership, and excellence. Now, while I'm up here, I wanted to run a really quick activity with you guys, so bear with me. You're probably like, what the hell is this guy talking about? But just bear with me. We're gonna do a really quick activity. For all of you that work here, whether it's in an associated organization or at the school, I just want you to close your eyes. Close your eyes, and I need you to think with me right now. And as you close your eyes and as you think, I want you to think about the one thing that you need as you come to work every day. The one thing that you need personally to come here and do what you do at work. And give it a good hard think. Now you can open your eyes. I'm sure all of you guys have various different answers. You probably thought, oh, my laptop, I need that to do all my work. Oh, I need my phone to check my email, send those texts. A couple of you probably have your lucky coffee mugs or tumblers that you carry around when you get your coffee or tea at Veritas or Byte 75. I'm sure you all thought of a bunch of different things. But there is truly only one reason that I stand before you all today, and as a matter of fact, there is truly only one reason we're all really gathered here today, and that reason is students. Students are not just the beneficiaries of the work that we do, but really are the driving force of our provisions and the one who continue to drive us to do more every day. Time and time again, students have been the ones to answer the calls for this institution. Students have been the ones to invest in those capital projects and initiatives for this university. Students have been the real donors, not just of money, but of time, effort, dedication, perseverance, and most importantly, trust. Trust that we as staff are there for them the same way they have, will, and will continue to be there for us. The Students' Union has always prided itself as a student-first organization with provisions and opportunities that contribute to a holistic student experience. And in accepting this award, I affirm that we as an organization remain committed to operations with undergraduate student needs and wants always at the forefront. And as we leave here today and enjoy our homecoming celebrations tomorrow, however you will, I want us all to be reminded of how we all happen to be here in the first place, students. One more time, on behalf of myself, our executive director and COO, Phil Champagne, who is quietly hiding in the dark over there, the Students' Union, and undergraduate students, thank you very much for this award, and stay golden.
It's a tough act to follow. Thank you again to Ryan and the Students' Union. We are so appreciative of the vibrancy you bring to our campus and beyond, and for all your hard work. We are so pleased to recognize you today, and thank you for your partnership. To Matt and the GSA as well, thank you. We are incredibly grateful for all that you are doing and have done for Laurier. I'd now like to invite Candace Joseph back to the podium to continue tonight's program.
Thank you, Kristen and Adam, and congratulations, and thank you, Matt, the Graduate Students Association, and the Students' Union. So before we begin handing out the awards of excellence, we would like to take a moment to thank two longtime Wilfrid Laurier Alumni Association directors for their long service and contributions, not only to Wallua, but also to the greater Laurier community. This is something new that we've decided to implement this year, because it was very important to us to recognize true partners, ambassadors, and representatives of Alumna. It is a surprise, and on that note, I will invite Ryan Smith to come up on stage while I share a few remarks. While Ryan is on his way up, I will start with Patty. She's unable to come tonight, however, we will still recognize her. Patty Polishchuk, who has served the Alumni Association for 15 years, most recently completing 3 terms, that's 9 years, as a Board of Governors representative. Prior to her time on the Board of Governors, Patricia was a very engaged member of the Alumni Association, contributing in various ways when needed, including alumni communication efforts, speaking at convocation, and connecting with students. Patty, thank you so much for your long service and outstanding service, to the Alumni Association and Laurier. And Ryan. Ryan has served 10 years on the Alumni Association Board as Director, Chair of Finance Committee, 3 years as President, and 3 years as past President. Ryan enthusiastically attended and spoke at countless events during his time as a Director. Ryan, thank you. Thank you for dedicating your time and your expertise over the past 10 years. Surprise.
Thank you so much.
Okay, let's continue. It is my great pleasure to begin the Wilfrid Laurier University Alumni Association's Awards of Excellence by presenting our first Alumni Award of Excellence, the Student Alumnus of the Year Award. Since 1996, the Wilfrid Laurier University Alumni Association has awarded the Student Alum of the Year Award to acknowledge the work of a student or students who have been instrumental in building bridges between current students, alumni, and the university. This year, we recognize Valentine Adedehi. Valentine? Valentine is a fourth-year psychology student who has been a member of the Laurier football team since 2022. A proud Golden Hawk, this defensive back, come on now. This defensive back was part of the football team's historic run to the Vanier Cup last season. Both on and off the field, Valentine is celebrated for his exceptional ability to balance academics, varsity athletics, and significant meaningful work responsibilities, including his role managing Laurier's mini market, a pay-what-you-can grocery store addressing the food security issue with students. As one nominator shared, Valentine played a pivotal role in transitioning and improving the mini market. Valentine helped implement a successful, respectful, student-focused access model that safeguards resources for current Laurier students while enhancing dignity and confidentiality. He personally greets and supports every student visitor, fostering an environment of empathy, community, and care. Recognized for his resilience, leadership, and integrity, as well as his deep commitment to Laurier's core values, Valentine is a testament to what it means to be a Golden Hawk and is an outstanding candidate for the Student Alumnus of the Year Award. Please join me in congratulating Valentine on his achievement.
wasn't wrong. The lights are bright as hell up here. Good evening, everyone. I'm Valentine. She already said that, I'm pretty sure. First and foremost, I'd like to thank God, for this opportunity. Without God, no one would be here, and I'd like to thank him for the gift of life. And I'd like to thank Tara Robinson, Ricky Jason, Taylor, Ellen, and the entire GSA for giving me an opportunity to be a part of something like this important. On behalf of all students of Laurier, I want to express my gratitude to the GSA for creating such an incredible program. To address food security is not easy. Most people just say, oh, there's a lot of problems going on, and just sit down and do nothing about it. But the GSA have they come together, a bunch of very smart people, as you can see, and they bunched together at a meeting probably, or whatever they had to do, and came up with an idea. And I got to meet Jeremy today, and got to find out it was one of the people who came up with the idea, which is great, because there's a lot of students on campus who are for example, myself, I'm from out of province, so I've been in a situation where every day is not sunshine and rainbows, and there's some days you worry about your next meal or whatever the case may be. And just the mini market, I've been able to give students a safe space to get whatever they need to get through the day. You need to talk to someone. People are always there. We have Krista there every time. Biggest smile you've ever seen. Welcoming students, which is kind of hard to be that happy every day, but she does that every day. And just seeing her happy every day also makes me happy, because it's kind of hard to have a bad day when you're around people like that. The mini market initiative is kind of shows you what can really happen when a community comes together and say we're gonna do something about a problem going on. And if there's a message I would like everyone to leave here with today, it would be this. When you see a problem around you, don't just sit there and wait for someone to come around and find a solution. Oh, I'm just gonna sit here, someone's gonna figure out something. Don't do that. Stand up, get with a bunch of people, think, go on Google, whatever, ChatGPT, whatever you gotta do, just put the problem on there, sit down, take your time, and because you never really know whose life you might impact in a positive way just because you just decide to do something. So thank you, and yeah, that's it for me.
Thank you, Valentine, for all you've done to champion Laurier. We are very proud to welcome you to the alumni family, and we look forward to your continued success. It is now my pleasure to welcome Kevin Ladd, Chair of the Outreach Committee, to present our next award.
Hello, everyone. As Candace said, my name is Kevin Ladd, and I'm Vice President on the Wilfrid Laurier University Alumni Association and a BBA class of 2001 grad, and I'm very happy to be here today to speak in front of you. I'm particularly pleased to present the Award for Community Impact. This award is given annually to honor outstanding achievement by a Laurier graduate who is fostering a better world through local, national, or international initiatives as a volunteer, advocate, or employee. Tonight, it's my privilege to present this honor to Jeremy Wagner. So I'll keep talking while Jeremy comes up here, but Jeremy's impact at Laurier began during his master's in international public policy at the Basile School of International Affairs and continued through as he earned his PhD in global governance. Today, he is a nationally recognized leader in food security. His research, advocacy, and hands-on initiatives have transformed the Laurier community and influenced institutions across Canada. As president of the Graduate Students Association, he spearheaded the creation of the Mini Market, a pay-what-you-can grocery store, and it's believed to be the first of its kind at a Canadian university, providing more than 20,000 instances of food assistance since its launch in 2023. Meanwhile, his doctoral research on urban food systems in Nairobi, Kenya, earned international recognition at the 2022 Map the System Global Finals at Oxford University and calls for a paradigm shift in food security policy. Yes, you can say that again. According to one nominator, Jeremy Wagner is a true champion of the Laurier experience. His dedication to addressing food security through research, advocacy, and hands-on initiatives aligns seamlessly with the values of the Alumni Association. By building a supportive community through the mini market, engaging in meaningful discussions with institutions nationwide, and representing Laurier with distinction in both academic and advocacy circles, Jeremy's impact is both undeniable and enduring. Through his leadership, Jeremy has elevated food security from an individual challenge to a shared community priority, leaving a lasting legacy of compassion, innovation, and impact at Laurier and beyond. So it's my honor to present the Alumni Award for Excellence for Community Impact to Jeremy Wagner.
Thank you so much, everyone, for this honor. I feel deeply grateful to be recognized in this way by this community that I've grown to love and care for so much during my time here at Laurier. Thank you to Ricky for nominating me for this award, and to Brent as well for supporting the application. Being selected for this has come at a surprise, and it's had me reflect a lot on what has been nearly a 10-year experience as a student at Laurier, and how this community has impacted me and shaped me during my time here. I came to Laurier for a degree, but it's this community's commitment to engaging students outside of the classroom that really stands out to me now looking back. A commitment to creating space for students to grow, to stumble, which I did often, and those who worked with me know, and to lead as well. I'm especially grateful for the staff at the GSA, not just for their commitment for opening doors for students, but for walking with students through those doors, and for their entire graduate student journey here at Laurier. That is something that we should not take for granted as a community. None of what I'm being recognized for today came out of isolation. I've had mentors in so many different areas of this university, down hallways I didn't anticipate. I've made friends and colleagues across all campuses who I've had the opportunity to collaborate with and learn from. And more than anything, I've had support from a community of people who believe that students can turn ideas into action. From my time here as a student, I carry forward the lesson that leadership is not about titles, it's about service. It's about humility, and more than anything, it's about the courage to act where it means most to you. I'll end this by speaking to my wife, Emily. You've been here through all of it. I met you my first day at Laurier in off-campus student housing when you were an undergraduate wrapping up your degree here. And since then, you've supported me unconditionally. You've made sacrifices for my dreams, and you've carried more weight for me than many will ever know. So this award is for you too. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate it.
Can you show us the little sweater you have, just so you can, for everybody to see what you're taking home today? So this year we are lucky to have 2 winners in the Community Impact Award category, and it's my privilege to also present this honor to Kaylee Perez. Kaylee is a nationally and internationally recognized leader in refugee sponsorship. Kaylee's vision, advocacy, and collaboration have transformed Canada's private sponsorship of refugee program. After graduating from Laurier in 2013 with a BA in Global Studies, Kaylee began her career with Mennonite Central Committee during the Syrian refugee crisis. Kaylee worked with MCC Ontario to expand its resettlement of capacity from 8 to 250 sponsorship groups annually, resettling approximately 700 refugees between 2015 and 2016. As chair of the Canadian Refugee Sponsorship Agreement Holders Council, which represents 141 organizations nationwide, she rebuilt trust between government and civil society, championed equitable reforms, and mobilized communities to welcome the world's most vulnerable. Through the Global Refugee Sponsorship Initiative, she has shared Canada's model with countries such as Argentina, inspiring international adoption. Known for her visionary leadership, strategic advocacy, and her ability to inspire action, Kaylee is lauded for transforming refugee sponsorship into a collaborative, solutions-focused movement in Canada. As one nomination letter explained, even as Kaylee has had these impressive career impacts at provincial, national, and international levels, she has maintained her connection to Laurier. She has participated for global studies in recruitment events, in our annual Meet Your Future event, where we bring alumni back to campus to connect with our current majors. Last fall, she gave the inaugural Global Studies Alumni Lecture. Her talk offered an enlightening and inspirational message about the power of citizen action to support of refugees. Kaylee's impactful words and infectious enthusiasm enriched our GS 101 classroom and injected hope and confidence for the future into our wider global studies community. Kaylee Perez is one of those alumni who inspires all of us to keep giving the best of ourselves to our teaching, research, studies, and service. She is a most deserving candidate for this prestigious award. Kaylee's actions exemplify the values of the Laurier community hold dear and serve to inspire us all to give back to make our communities thrive. Unfortunately, Kaylee is unable to attend this evening, but we are very delighted to meet and honor her parents up here, Liz and Otto Perez, to come forward and to accept the award on Kaylee's behalf.
Thank you, Kevin. Good evening. We really wish that Kaylee could be here, but she's asked us to come on her behalf, and I'm very honored, proud, and privileged to read what Kaylee has prepared to let you know today. I feel honored to accept this award today, and I'm sorry I could not be there in person with you all. To accept this award on my behalf, I have sent the people who have made me who I am and whose lives have taught me the importance of community, my incredible parents. I want to thank Dr. Alex Latta and Dr. Ali Saidi for nominating me for this award, adding in Dr. Edmund Priest. I'm so grateful for the efforts you have all made to stay connected with me over the years and for your ongoing care and support. I work with an incredible team of colleagues at Mennonite Central Committee and at the Canadian Sponsorship Agreement Holders Association, with whom the impact of my work could not be possible. So I also dedicate this award to them. Amidst the many challenges our world is facing, many rooted in fear of the unknown, I truly believe the response is proximity. As Mary Jo Letty, one of my favorite Canadian writers, put it, there is a world of a difference between a problem and a person with a face and a name. You see things differently and you solve things differently. You believe differently. May we all seek to be more present in our communities, building the muscles of empathy, connection, humility, and love. Thank you.
Congratulations again to Kaylee and to Jeremy. And now I'd like to welcome Jonelle Ricketts to the podium to present our next award.
Great. Thank you so much, Kevin. And hi, everyone. It's so nice to be here with you tonight. My name's Jonelle Ricketts, and I am also a member of the Outreach Committee, like Kevin, of the Alumni Association, and also a BBA class of 2002 grad. Don't worry, don't do the math. It was a while ago. I'm really pleased to present the Entrepreneurial Spirit Award tonight. And this award recognizes alumni from any faculty for their outstanding work as a business founder or entrepreneurial leader. Tonight, we are proud to recognize Shannon Ferguson, a dynamic entrepreneur, innovator, and leader. Now, Shannon is the co-founder and CEO of FanSaves. And if you're not familiar with what FanSaves is all about, it's a sports tech company that has worked with more than 100 teams and organizations across North America. And they connect fans to over 2,500 brands and businesses. Her vision is transforming the way sports organizations and sponsors connect with fans, eliminating paper coupons in sports and unlocking the power of data and analytics. Having worked in the marketing industry for nearly 20 years, Shannon also has experience in sponsorship, sales, design, journalism, and content creation. She has built her career on creativity, resilience, and a passion for community. Her entrepreneurial journey has been recognized nationally and internationally. She is a two-time 40 Under 40 award winner and was named Ottawa's Businesswoman of the Year, Emerging Entrepreneur in 2022. Shannon has also helped FanSaves win numerous awards, including a Best Ottawa Business Award for Leaders in Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion, and an Ottawa Bootstrap Marketing Award. She is committed to giving back, mentoring women in business, serving on the board of the United Way in Cornwall, and participated on fundraising committees which have raised more than $500,000 for her community. She also regularly speaks at conferences across North America to inspire the next generation of leaders. A proud Laurier alum, Shannon represents the very best of Golden Hawk spirit, ambitious, innovative, and community-minded. As one nominator shared, for as long as I've known her, Shannon has been a proud Laurier alumna, always sharing with anyone who will listen how much she loves Laurier and her fond memories of her time at university. I truly believe there is no better or more suited candidate to win the Entrepreneurial Spirit Award, and I am proud to nominate Shannon, who is extremely deserving of being recognized by her alma mater for all her hard work and dedication to the entrepreneurial community. Please join me in congratulating Shannon Ferguson, this year's Entrepreneurial Spirit Award winner.
Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here and for this incredible honor. Congratulations to all of tonight's recipients, and a huge thank you to Laurier's Alumni Association and everyone who has made tonight so incredible. I'd also like to thank my Laurier friends, Crystal and Jill, who are here tonight, as well as my FanSaves co-founder, Chris McCarthy, who I wouldn't be here without. I want to share a quick story with you about my time at Laurier. During my frosh week, I got caught at the turret underage, and I was banned until a year after my 19th birthday. I never thought I'd get applause for that. They always called it a year after, or they always said it was a year after your 19th birthday and never till you were 20, and I don't know why. But while I was still banned in my second year, I decided to sneak back in, and I got caught again. So I was essentially banned from the turret until my third year when I was 21 years old. I tell this story because even back then, I had a flair for taking risks, for coloring outside of the lines, pushing boundaries, and not really taking no for an answer. Now, I don't condone underage drinking or sneaking into the campus bar, but I think it's a bit telling that these are the exact same traits that people now applaud me for as an entrepreneur. The lessons in the classes that I took at Laurier taught me how to succeed in life, in my career, while the lessons I learned outside of the classroom taught me how to fail forward, something that has been extremely important in my entrepreneurial journey. When I would call my mom and tell her about my misadventures, she would say, Shannon, what am I going to do with you? My mom and I were extremely close. She a single mom and I an only child. I owe my love of learning, higher education, and entrepreneurship to her. And she was always so proud of me attending Laurier. Exactly 10 years ago today, I had my last conversation with my mother. The next day, she had a massive heart attack, which she never woke up from. My world was shattered, my life felt like it was over, and I really wasn't sure how I was ever going to be okay again. I felt so alone in this world. But it was entrepreneurship that brought me back to life. It was entrepreneurship that gave me a breath of fresh air and pulled me out of my darkest days. My mom was also an entrepreneur, and I started this journey because I knew I wanted to follow in her footsteps. So I really don't think it's a coincidence that I'm receiving this award exactly 10 years after our last conversation. And I know she would be so proud of me, just as she was when I became a Golden Hawk. So again, thank you to everyone who put this amazing night on and to everyone who has supported me along the way. But thank you most of all to my amazing mother, who I know is here in spirit and who this award is for. I love you, Mom.
All right, congratulations, Shannon, and thank you so much for those touching words. Now, moving on to the next award. The Young Alumnus of the Year Award was created to recognize the outstanding achievements by an alum of any Laurier program who is 35 years of age or younger. This year, we are pleased to present the Young Alumnus of the Year Award to an incredibly deserving recipient. And here tonight, we have Giovanni Juga. Today, Giovanni is a high-achieving lawyer practicing in municipal planning and land development law. His career blends academic excellence, professional success, and a deep commitment to community service. A Laurier political science graduate with a minor in history, legal studies option, and research specialization, Gio excelled academically, served as a TA and RA, and completed co-op. He went on to earn his MA in political science at McGill and his JD at the University of Ottawa, where he distinguished himself through research, publications, moot competitions, and editorial work. Since returning to the Waterloo region, Gio has built a thriving legal career while serving on multiple community boards, including Spectrum, Bridges to Belonging, the Dune Pioneer Park Neighborhood Association, and most recently, the Waterloo Region Law Association. He also maintains strong ties to Laurier, mentoring students, participating in alumni events, and co-teaching a course on municipal law and politics in the political science department. As one nominator shared, beyond his academic and professional excellence, Gio embodies the Laurier spirit of volunteerism, consistently giving back to his community in a most generous way. Gio will tell you that the seed of giving back was planted at Laurier. That seed has only blossomed in the ensuing years. For all the ways that he is giving back and making a truly positive difference, it is my pleasure to present him with the 2025 Young Alumnus of the Year Award of Excellence. Congratulations.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you to the Laurier Alumni Association for this lovely evening. It brings me such joy to be recognized by the university that developed me into who I am today. They say that it takes a whole village, and I wish to thank several supportive people. At Laurier, I found inspiring and engaging professors, some of which are here tonight, so shout outs to Dr. Goff and Dr. Nash Chambers. It's also where I made lifelong friends, with shout outs to Isaac, Brendan, Mallory, and Abdi, who couldn't make it here tonight. And also to my partner, Josh, and Isaac's partner, Folu, that were able to join us tonight. And with a special thank you to Yvonne, Dr. Goff, Isaac, and Abdi for nominating me for this award. All I can say is thank you for being a friend, because who doesn't love the Golden Girls? And to my parents and my sister Pina, my time at Laurier reinforced how grateful and lucky I am for your support and kindness for my entire life. Now, Laurier encouraged all of us to get involved in our student community and the wider world around us, because it benefits ourselves and the broader community. These benefits are best said by Professor Robert Putnam. Community connectedness is not just about warm, fuzzy tales of civic triumph. In measurable and well-documented ways, social capital makes an enormous difference in our lives. Social capital makes us smarter, healthier, safer, richer, and better able to govern a just and stable democracy. His words are a reminder that even in our ever-changing political climate, one thing remains constant. Our communities need more Laurier alumni. Thank you.
And big congratulations on your award. And now I welcome Caitlin Smith to the podium to present Award of Honorary Alumna of the Year.
Good evening. My name is Caitlin Smith, a Wallua representative on the Board of Directors and Laurier Board of Governors. I graduated from Laurier with a BA in 2005 and an MBA in 2010. It's my pleasure to introduce the 2025 Honorary Alumni Award of the Year. This year, we recognize Lynn Orth, or as I've known her, Mrs. Orth, Lynn, Coach, and of course, my best friend's mom. For more than 23 years, Lynn has been the driving force behind Laurier's women's lacrosse program. She has led the team to 8 OUA championships, including 6 consecutive titles from 2003 to 2008, and has amassed 189 wins as head coach. Celebrated for her unwavering passion, mentorship, and player-first approach, Lynn has shaped generations of student athletes into confident leaders, many of whom now coach under Lynn's guidance. Beyond Laurier, she has dedicated over 2 decades to growing lacrosse in Canada through leadership with the Kitchener-Waterloo Minor Lacrosse Association, the Ontario Lacrosse Association, and manager of the Senior Women's National Team. A decorated leader, volunteer, and builder of the sport of lacrosse, Lynn is recognized for the integrity, excellence, and the enduring commitment she has gifted to both her players and to the game. As explained by one nominator, Lynn's reputation reaches beyond Laurier. Last fall, a coach on the men's field lacrosse team said, "You don't know lacrosse if you don't know Lynn Orth." A sentiment echoed across the community. Her preparedness, consistency, and warmth are unmatched, and she remains a cherished presence at Laurier and in the broader lacrosse community. Recognizing Lynn with this honor celebrates not only her legacy as a coach, but the leadership, loyalty, and integrity she's brought to Laurier athletics and the lacrosse community for decades. The Wallua Honorary Alumna Award of the Year is presented annually to an individual who has brought honor to Laurier and its community through significant contributions to the university or local, provincial, national, or international communities. And this year's recipient could not be more deserving of this recognition. Congratulations, Lynn.
grandson's waving from the back. Thank you, Caitlin, for that wonderful introduction. I first want to congratulate my fellow recipients. It's an honor to be included in such a prestigious group as we've heard tonight. Thank you also to those who nominated me for this award, Caitlin Smith, Shelley Huxley, and Ryan Lannon, who couldn't be here tonight because he's at a wedding. I don't know. How do you summarize 27 years in 2 minutes? It's impossible. It all started in 1998 when Dr. Laurie Livingston, then chair of the Department of Kinesiology and Phys Ed, asked me if I would take over the Laurier Women's Club for 1 year while she went on sabbatical. I owed her a favor because she'd helped me to start girls lacrosse in KW, so I really had no choice but to say yes. In 1999, rather than returning to Laurier, Laurie took on a new role at Dalhousie, essentially leaving me in charge of the program by default. And somehow my 1-year commitment turned into 27 years and counting. And believe it or not, I'm still talking to her. That same year, women's lacrosse was approved as an OUA varsity sport. And 1 year later, the Lacrosse Hawks won their first gold medal. And the rest is history. Peter Baxter and I think Peter's in Ireland if I've been following his Instagram properly, and I started at Laurier in the same year, and I will always be grateful for the support he and the department gave to me in the program. That support continues today with Kate McRae-Bristol, Ryan Lannon, and the entire athletic department, and I'm so appreciative, as I know my players are who are here. My number one goal has always been to support my student athletes and position them for success on and off the field. Another goal for the program was to encourage female coaches, and I'm proud to say that a number of former players, including my own daughter, who's also here tonight, have come back to coach the Hawks with me over the years. Current players are also giving back and coaching in the KW minor system. Past players have gone on to officiate and coach provincially and nationally, as well as in their local associations. Recently, I have stepped back from the field and taken on the role of senior advisor, and 2 former players, Tamara Grant and Erica Short, have taken on the head coaching roles. I feel like another one of my goals has been achieved. One of the most personally satisfying aspects of my time at Laurier has been the privilege of mentoring so many young women who have gone on to successful careers. Recently, a Deloitte survey outlined the links between female career success and participation in competitive sports. The survey says that 91% of women in leadership roles who played sports credit the skills they developed as contributing to success in their professional careers. Hopefully, another goal achieved. If you were to ask me what the program has given me, the list would be long. Suffice it to say, I know it would be way more than I have contributed. The past 27 years have been filled with so many memorable experiences, and I cherish them all. I also cherish the many lasting friendships and professional relationships I've developed at Laurier over the years. I'm so happy to be able to share this celebration with my husband, Al, who supported me wholeheartedly, my children who started all this, my grandchildren who are also here tonight, and the friends, colleagues, and players who came to support me. And as always, ladies, 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Thank you. The designation of Alumna of the Year is granted to alumni who have brought honor to Laurier and its community of alumni, students, faculty, and staff through significant and often selfless contributions to Laurier and/or the local, provincial, national, or international communities. This year, we recognize one such person, Alana Jewell. Since tapping into her artistic abilities while earning her sociology degree at Laurier in 2019, Alana has built an enviable career, merging creativity and business through her enterprise, Morningstar Designs. Her unwavering adherence to her principles and her distinct artistic voice result in work that resonates with the public. As a result, many businesses and organizations, including major brands, have sought partnerships with Alana. Her collaborations have included the Professional Women's Hockey League, Roots, the Downtown Barrie BIA, and others. Alana has even had her work featured as a Google Doodle. In addition to her partnerships with internationally known brands, Alana organizes the I Am Kitchener Indigenous Markets and pop-ups that take place in the city of Kitchener. These events provide an important business opportunity for other Indigenous artists and artisans, while also helping to promote and celebrate Indigenous art and culture. This past year, Alana worked in partnership with her alma mater to lead a new initiative at Laurier's Brantford campus titled Market Fest in Peace and Friendship. Held as a kickoff to the Brantford campus 25th anniversary year, this two-day festival was hosted to help restore mutual benefit between Indigenous and non-Indigenous peoples in the One Market building. The event featured live music and academic lectures. However, the centerpiece was an Indigenous vendor marketplace curated by Alana. As one nominator explained, Alana's leadership is defined not only by creativity and initiative, but by generosity and purpose. She consistently returns to Laurier to mentor and inspire current Indigenous students, hosting workshops on digital art, entrepreneurship, and community engagement. She represents the very best of what Laurier alumni can offer the world: innovation grounded in cultural values, vision rooted in community, and the courage to lead transformative care. Alana's work has brought immense honor to Wilfrid Laurier University, and her impact continues, inspiring students, empowering artists, and shifting the landscape of public art in Canada. For her notable, outstanding achievements to date, Alana is a most worthy recipient of the 2025 Alumna of the Year Award of Excellence. Congratulations. Unfortunately, Alana is unable to join us tonight, but we're very proud to recognize her as our Alumna of the Year. It is now my pleasure to call Jason Coleman, Vice President Advancement and External Relations, to present our final award, the Forever Golden Hawk Award.
Thank you, Candace, and I'd like to extend thanks to the association for helping partner on these awards. It's been a spectacular evening. I can't tell you how proud I am to be associated with Laurier when I hear these amazing stories of all the winners across tonight. I have the privilege of presenting the final award this evening, which is the Forever Golden Hawk Award. This award recognizes an outstanding alum for their long-term contribution to Laurier community through their exceptional support, volunteerism, and service to the university. Our recipient for the Forever Golden Hawk Award this evening is Pat Krajewski. Pat is a truly remarkable alumna whose career and service embody all it is that we hold dear at Laurier. Pat graduated from Laurier with a business diploma in 1989 and then an MBA in 1990. At the spring convocation in 1990, she was awarded the MBA Gold Medal, and at the fall convocation, she returned to win the Governor General's Gold Medal, meaning not only was she the top MBA student, she was the top Laurier student. Unsurprisingly, Pat went on to build an extraordinary 4-decade career with Scotiabank. When retiring in 2015 as a Senior Vice President of Public and Corporate Affairs, Her leadership and vision in human resources, global strategy, and corporate affairs set her apart as a respected and inspiring executive. Beyond her significant professional success, Pat has devoted herself to Laurier. Through 9 years of service on our Board of Governors, 5 of those as Vice Chair, and more than 15 years serving on our Dean's Advisory Councils in both Waterloo and Toronto, and her leadership on our Building Canada's Best Business School campaign cabinet. A true advocate for Laurier, Pat worked alongside staff and faculty to inspire and secure support from others, including Scotiabank's first donation to accessible learning and to support international students. She has also extended her passion and leadership beyond Laurier as an advisor and mentor to Move the Dial, an organization focused on advancing the participation and leadership of women in leadership in global technology. A tireless champion of her alma mater, Pat has been recognized with numerous awards, including the J. Alex Murray Alumni Award and the Distinguished Governor's Award. As one nominator explained, Pat's contributions to Laurier, the Lazaridis School, and the wider community are nothing short of extraordinary. Her leadership, vision, and dedication have left a lasting mark on all that those have been fortunate enough to work alongside her. Without question, Pat is a role model for our students and alumni, embodying the highest ideals of what it means to be a Golden Hawk. Tonight, we celebrate her unwavering dedication, her generosity, and her lasting impact as we give her the Forever Golden Hawk Award. Please join me in thanking and celebrating Pat as we present her with this year's Forever Golden Hawk Award.
Get up here. I don't know if you saw me trip over my husband. Can somebody check and see if he's okay? He's about to have a knee replacement surgery, and I leaned on his knee. Good evening, everyone, and thank you, Jason, for those really kind remarks. Thank you to the Laurier Alumni Association and to my nominator, Kyle and Patricia, who can't be here this evening. Congratulations to all of the other award recipients. I really enjoyed learning a little bit about you and hearing about your adventures with Laurier. I am so humbled to be among you. I also feel so fortunate to have had this really long-term relationship with Laurier. I feel grateful for the opportunities that I've had to be involved in so many different really interesting projects, special events, and to have been able to work with so many interesting people, so many talented people. Had a lot of fun along the way, made some great relationships, got to meet Matt Guy over there through the work on the board. And I don't know, when I think of my time here, I think I've actually had the best ever feel-good continuing education program that anyone could ever design. I think I actually became a better leader in my career and just a better person overall from my experiences here. So I'm very grateful to Laurier for that. I'd like to thank the teams that I've worked with over the years behind the scenes who've really supported me in all the roles that I've had here. And for the last 15 years, I've worked really closely with the Lazaridis School. And there's many people there who made sure I got to the right places on the right time. And I'd like to thank especially Kate and her small but mighty team, who I've worked very closely with over the past, I don't know how many years it is, so long I've forgotten. I would also like to thank my family for their support and encouragement. First, my children, Jill and Shane, who aren't here this evening, but I really think they made it easy for me to give my time to Laurier. They shared their mom, and they never once complained as I would go running out the door to hit the 401 to make it here to Waterloo. So I'm grateful for that. I'd also like to thank my brother Alan and my sister-in-law Dale Alan's here tonight. It was really comforting. They live in Waterloo, and it was really comforting for me to know that there was always someone I could call or have a lunch with or place to go or a bed to sleep in case of that really bad snowstorm. But I don't think I ever slept over. So I was lucky with the snow. Just one speeding ticket along the way. That was in my 27 years, I guess. I had 2 years and then took not a gap year, a gap decade away from Laurier, and then came back when I joined the board. But I'd also like to thank Alan, especially my brother, who's supported me throughout my life. And he did a really special thing. He ran a recently retired, but had a dental prosthodontic practice here in Waterloo. And I thank you, Alan, because you made your schedule, your personal schedule, and your office schedule coordinate with my Laurier schedule for the many visits I made to your office and the emergency one. So thank you so much. And then to my husband, Rick. Not only has he been my encourager, supporter, but he has actually gone way beyond that as the years went on. Basically, Rick has taken over almost all of our home and life duties, and that made it so much easier for me to focus on my career and to spend all the time that I want with Laurier. So Rick, thank you so much. Couldn't have done it without you, and I'm so glad he did because I loved my time here with Laurier, always. Laurier is such a very special place. From the moment I came here as a student in the late 80s, I felt the spirit, strong innovation, super talented people all over the place. And I could tell it was really special because even though I was on a leave of absence from my employer, I felt way back then I was still being encouraged to learn way beyond the classroom. And I had so many great experiences. So I want to say thank you so much to Laurier. You're a special place. This is a special place, and all of you here tonight I know that, but I really wanted to say it, and this award is very, very special to me. Thank you.
Congrats again, Pat. It's wonderful to recognize you this evening for the many decades of support that you've provided to us at Laurier. And now it's my pleasure, before we conclude, to invite Deborah McClatchy, Laurier's President and Vice Chancellor, to the podium to say a few words.
Well, thank you very much, Jason, and my congratulations to tonight's award recipients. Just a fabulous group of people. Tonight's celebration is just one example of the important role that Laurier's Alumni Association plays in strengthening our university community. To Candace and the Outreach Committee members who thoughtfully led the award selection process, and all the dedicated volunteer WALUA board members, thank you. Your alma mater is grateful for your time, your energy, and your passion for our university. I'd like to say a special thank you to tonight's Philanthropy Award winners, Matt, the Graduate Students Association, and the Students Union. We celebrate and appreciate your generosity, and we're grateful for the meaningful difference you make as valued donors to Laurier. The connectivity of a past president of LUSU receiving the award with the leaders of the current student organizations speaks to the strength of our community, a community of volunteerism, leadership, commitment, and giving back, one that we nurture at Laurier. And to tonight's Awards of Excellence recipients, congratulations. You are truly exemplifying the spirit of achievement and service that defines Laurier. Each of you reminds us that being a Golden Hawk means more than earning a degree. It means leading with purpose and inspiring those around you. Your accomplishments and contributions bring immense pride to Laurier and to our communities. So congratulations once again. I'm honored to celebrate your successes and to share your stories with students, alumni, and friends who will be inspired by your example. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. McClatchy. For all our winners, if you could please make your way back on stage, we'll take a group photo here and then just outside of the theater space in the hallway before you join your guests to continue the reception. We'll take a group photo of all the winners. This now concludes the formal portion of today's celebration, but I have a couple of housekeeping notes. Dessert will be available in the atrium and the bar is open. I hope to see some of you tomorrow at the stadium to cheer on the Golden Hawks as they take on the Toronto Varsity Blues. And thank you for all coming tonight. So award winners, if the award winners will come up on stage.